Welcome to Bulldog TV Wrestling. Today, your still undefeated Bulldogs will take on the Springfield Senators and the Centennial Chargers. Hello everyone, I am Nick Morphew, former Centennial and Bulldog assistant, and thank you for joining me. The Bulldogs have had a week, but it's not over yet. They are wrestling their 7th and 8th dual meets of the week. It is their 3rd consecutive day of competition. On Tuesday, they picked up wins against Robinson and Westville, and then on Thursday, they battled Apollo Conference foes Mount Zion and Mattoon, winning both matches. The win against Mattoon avenges their only regular season loss of 2020. Last night, they took on number 3 Unity and number 5 Vandalia. Those are both ranked 1A teams, and that was really, for the first time, they were really tested. Only 3 Bulldogs came out of that gauntlet with their unblemished records intact. Caden Hatton, James Heinhold, and Mateo Casillas are the 3 remaining undefeated wrestlers for the Bulldogs. We'll have a look at today's probable starting lineup for Rob Ledden's Bulldogs. The lightest weights will be manned by the aggressive Caden Hatton and Lucas Altstetter. They will be followed by Isabel Leahy at either 113 or 120. Veteran Peyton Ragona is the man at 126, with Greco specialist Talon Pollock at 132. Then we will see a string of state honorable mention wrestlers in Logan Hillard, Logan Petro, and Braden Heinold. At 160, we will see Logan Hillard's brother, Caleb, take the mat for the Bulldogs. Cale Hillard. Following him will be 4th-ranked Gage Granadino at 170, and the slick Brennan Hauser is the Bulldog 182-pounder. 195 features number 8-ranked Mateo Casillas, followed by number 2-ranked, but number 1 in our hearts, Daniel Renshaw at 220. Finally, at 285, number 9-ranked Colton Crowley will take the mat for the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs have weighed in 3 consecutive days in a row. They have wrestled 6 dual meets already, winning all of them. But in order for the Bulldogs to win today, they really have to embrace the grind. Talking to a few of the wrestlers before the meet, this week is definitely wearing on them, but they all have to band together and basically accept that they're going through a crazy stretch of wrestling and go out and have fun. And so I will be looking at their energy levels today. Their first period aggressiveness, I think, will be key to setting the tone in these matches. We'll see how much energy they have left after those tough duels against Vandalia and Unity last night. And finally, we are in the Mahomet-Seymour Fieldhouse. It's supposed to be a hot day. Will that wear on these Bulldogs? So I'm looking at their energy levels and their stamina today against 2 quality teams from Springfield and Centennial. Our broadcast schedule is winding down here on Bulldog TV. We have a dual meet on Tuesday, the 25th against, not a dual meet, a quadrangular against Danville, Warrensburg, Latham, and Shelbyville. And then next Saturday, the Bulldogs will face Normal, West, and Leroy. Like we've seen this year, most teams are struggling for numbers, although against Vandalia and Unity last night, that was close to their full lineups. There were many Bulldogs who probably took a loss that was a little unexpected, or they lost a couple matches right at the end of regulation. And so I'm interested to see how these Bulldogs can bounce back. They have a very strong team, one that I think is just as good as last year's state team. So hopefully they show some grit out here today and can finish off this Saturday and take a much-needed rest tomorrow. This first dual meet will be the Bulldogs against the Springfield Senators. It will start at 132 pounds. And then in our second round of action will be the Centennial Chargers against Springfield. And our third match of the day, the Bulldogs will take on Centennial. We have just a couple minutes here before starting. Wrestlers doing their final warm-ups. Springfield will give the Bulldogs 4 forfeits, so they are basically starting 24 points down. The Bulldogs pretty much have their number one starters in today's meet. Coach Ledden has scheduled about 25 to 30 dual meets compressed into 1 month of this competition season. And so sometimes the backups will rotate in, but it looks like they're going straight up with their starters today. We will not have track wrestling today, so we'll try and keep you updated as best we can. You can see the scoreboard behind the mat there. I will try and give you updates because that might be a little hard to see. The first match of today for the Bulldogs will be Talon Pollock. He's a freshman who has a lot of international style experience. He's gone overseas and competed in some camps. He took a couple losses this week, getting his first taste of what it's like to see really good high school competition. But he is a promising freshman, and I expect him to come out with an attitude ready to go this morning. The Bulldogs will host the IWCOA sectional this year on June 20th. I've seen some chatter online about maybe IHSA jumping in with a state series, but I don't know if that's going to happen at this point. The IWCOA is still organized individual state series. I really wish we could see these Bulldogs in a team state series. I think that they would do pretty well. I think that they would definitely have a shot at winning their 7th regional in a row and then going on to team state. This week they beat Mattoon, and Mattoon has beat them the past couple years. Mattoon was also a state qualifying team from the Apollo Conference. So it was good to get over that hump and beat Mattoon on Thursday night. And looking at the Bulldogs in competition for 3 straight days, I wrestled Division III, and in college we would always go to Florida over the Christmas break and wrestle a big individual tournament followed by a series of duels. There was one time where I wrestled 13 matches in 3 days, and back then you had to make scratch weight every day. And the only way that you can get through a tough stretch of competing 3 days in a row, is if you just really embrace the absurdity of the situation, that you're putting so many miles on your body, and just really have fun and go after it and not stress out too much about it. We will try to get you the most accurate Springfield Senator names who are taking the mat. We do not have track wrestling available today. So if there's any bumping or shifting, I apologize if I call out the wrong names for Springfield. All right, it looks like we're about to get underway. This first match of this triangular. This is Talon Pollock from the Bulldogs and Teddy Thornberry from the Springfield Senators. Pollock likes the upper body stuff. He'll actually change levels so that he can get to some of his upper body ties. There's a club to an underhook right off the bat. Thornberry keeping good head position though. Thornberry tries to force a high crotch underneath Pollock can't quite penetrate. Pollock in a good front headlock position here. Tries to trip, does get Thornberry straight to his back, but no back points. He'll get the takedown. He hasn't gotten it yet. There he has it. He has the takedown with 1:35 left in this first period. Thornberry scrambling around and gets Pollock's legs. Oh, he catches a head and Pollock's on his back. Here's a reversal and back points, and this does not look good for the Bulldog freshman. Oh, and there's a fall from Thornberry. Good catch, gets Pollock on his back, and that's an early 6-0 lead for the Senators. Pollock looked like he was in control early. His hips fell a little bit off to the side there on top. Thornberry with some good movement and finding a couple handles to get Pollock on his back. Here is senior Logan Hillard. He has over 100 career wins, most of them in a Bloomington Raider singlet. He shoots right off the bat, nice low single, goes to a low double, and he takes down Alex Suva from Springfield. He will release Suva, underhook to a high crotch, cuts across, and he's up 4-1 already, 15 seconds into this match. Hillard releases, shoots the low single again, comes around, circles around to the 2. Hillard up 6-2 and has a tilt. He's holding Souza on his back. Sorry, Suva. This is Alex Suva from Springfield. Hillard cuts one more time. Good movement. Hillard holding his hands down by his legs. I'd like to see his hands get up a little bit for defense. There's Suva tries to take a shot, but Hillard's able to catch the underhook. There's a whip over, and he's got the Springfield wrestler on his back, and there's the fall. A 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. 52 seconds into the 138-pound match. The Bulldogs and Senators are now even at 6 apiece.
Hillard's able to catch the underhook. There's a whip over.
145, the Bulldogs will send out junior Logan Petro.
A 6-pointer for the Bulldogs.
He is wrestling Caden Kinnison of the Springfield Senators. Kinnison looks like a well-built athletic wrestler. Petro might have has the length advantage here. Good movement by Kinnison. Kinnison switches to a 2-on-1 Russian, but doesn't really have the right head position. Oh, he's able to get underneath Petro, keeps the elbow, looking for a fireman's, then a little carry. Oh, and he's going to try and go right into a tilt. Good action here by Kinnison so far in the first 25 seconds of this match. Petro took a couple losses this week against that tough competition. Kinnison looking for that tilt again, and he's got it, is able to settle Petro down. Petro sits up, but can't break the grip of Kinnison. The ref is holding a 2 count for Kinnison, hasn't given it to him yet. Kinnison has a wing, looking for a far side half. Now has a wing and the near wrist, and he's probably going to pull Petro over his near knee and stack him. Nope, he lets go, looks for the half again. Kinnison has good pressure now with the chicken wing, and he steps over the head. Petro is close here. Kinnison trying to settle his hips down and get this first period fall. Instead, he gets the back points. He will be up 7-0 now after this potentially dangerous. .30 left in this 145-pound match. The team scores knotted up at 6. Kinnison covers right side, tries to find a chop, can't get it, but eventually does, and has a really good tight waist on Petro. Kinnison trying to load that tilt up again. I think he's got a wing tilt, and he gets Petro over. I think he got a 2 count. Now he tries to stack Petro with that wing. Kinnison working both sides here, and this looks close. Petro's in trouble. Kinnison adds another 3-point near fall and already has the major decision after 1 period. Petro hasn't been able to do anything on bottom. Kinnison's been pretty dominant there, so Petro will choose top. If Petro can get the legs in, he might have a chance to get back in this match. Petro spirals to a half, sinks it pretty deep, but Kinnison's able to peel it off. Kinnison gets the outside leg up, now working for hands. Petro doesn't have an answer, and Kinnison will get the escape. 10-second escape, tap, double. Kinnison tries to lift. Petro shows Kinnison his back, and Kinnison's able to get the mat return. It is now 13-0. Kinnison just needs 2 more points for the tech fall. Good hard crossface. Petro actually gives him the far side cradle. This will probably be it, folks. Petro trying to fight the hands. Kinnison driving with his legs, trying to get Petro over. Oh, and there's a potentially dangerous. Petro's right arm was at an awkward angle. Prevents Kinnison from getting that near fall. Only 40 seconds down in this second period, and we are in tech fall territory. Kinnison once again tries a chop. Petro looked like he was trying to switch maybe. Kinnison with a good tight waist here. Kinnison trying to do a lift to return Petro. Petro sits hard but doesn't clear his legs. On that switch, he really has to get his legs out from under Kinnison if he's going to hit it. .59 seconds left in this second period. This is the 145-pound match. Petro not sure what he was doing there. He turned his head but didn't have any body movement. Kinnison digging the arm on the back, and I think he slips in a chicken wing on the far side. Good wrist control, arm control by Kinnison in this match. He has the wing tilt. He has his 2 count. He has the tech fall wrapped up. He releases the hold, and that is a tech fall for the Senators. They will add 5 more points. They've looked pretty good here in these opening matches. It is 11-6 now, heading into the 152-pound match. This is Braden Heinold for the Bulldogs, undefeated Braden Heinold. He will be facing Jesse Stewart of the Senators. Coach Ledden talking with the refs. Kinnison did a nice job switching, transitioning from move to move. Coach Ledden might be talking about if the wrestler fully released the move before moving on to a new one. Both wrestlers with a lot of motion off the whistle. Big club there by Stewart. Big elbow post pop and club there by Stewart. Stewart looks like a physical wrestler. Braden might want to stay out of the tie-ups, work more from distance. Heinold Black, oh, good catch. Good pick there from Stewart, and he gets a takedown with 1:26 left in the first period. Stewart, much like Kinnison, right in on those wrists. Good forward pressure. Heinold's able to get his feet underneath him, get hand control, and stand up. That was a good job by Braden. I'd like to see Braden maybe do some fakes, try and find his offense. Stewart definitely looks powerful, pressuring into Braden. Heinold trying to solve Stewart's tie-ups. Heinold has some good shots to both sides. Like to see him take a chance. Oh, and another pick. It's so easy. Stewart with the right hand club and then pick with his left hand. He's attacking Heinold's lead leg and has gotten 2 first period takedowns so far. Heinold working for hand control. 20 seconds left. Tries to hit a switch, but doesn't really clear his legs out. That will blunt Heinold's momentum. Still 14 seconds. Heinold's doing a good job of getting his knees underneath himself. There he steps up. Stewart returns with a double. Stewart will take a 3-point lead into the second period. Heinold will choose down. I think that's a... Oh, yes, he is choosing down. I think that's a pretty wise choice. He's been shown to... He's been able to get his base, get hand control. Stewart with no real breakdown. Heinold's able to clear and get to his feet. Stewart in on a leg. Heinold trying to shin whizzer. He really needs to put pressure on the head, try and get that foot to the mat. There, Heinold's able to sprawl, come around for a reversal. Heinold looking good on bottom, and he's pretty solid on top. He's got a good tight waist, trying to dig in those wings. Stewart with some great upper body strength, resisting those wings from Heinold. I wish Braden could get this in the center of the mat on the edge here. This will probably be a restart. 1:20 left in the second period. Stewart from Springfield up by 1. Heinold forces the action off the mat. It's really important for Braden to stop this first move from Stewart so he can get to those wings. Heinold with a chop. Stewart with a switch attempt. Heinold's able to get Stewart flat and trying to go to work on top. He's got the far wrist. Trying to dig in the wing. Oh, Heinold gets it with those long arms. Oh, Stewart fighting. 58 seconds left. Heinold pressuring in. Stewart showing some good strength, but Heinold gets him to flip. 50 seconds left, and Heinold has Stewart on his back. Oh, he can't hold him, though. Stewart comes over the top and gets a reversal, I think, but not before Heinold gets the 2 back points. Stewart keeps the lead at 6-5. Good action there. Stewart tying up Heinold's legs, keeping that tight waist. It'll be interesting to see what Stewart chooses on his choice. If I were the Springfield coaches, I might go neutral. I don't think I'd let Heinold get on top again. Stewart looks like he's going to get the right out here on the edge of the mat. And Heinold will have to find a takedown in the third period if he wants to win this match. Springfield wrestler wisely chooses neutral. Heinold has to defend that lead leg. He almost needs to circle to his left as well. There's a tentative pick attempt by Stewart. We've seen 2 of those be successful. There, Heinold darting in and out, gets stuck under Stewart. Stewart's strong wrestler. You do not want to be stuck here. Heinold's trying to keep the elbow to maybe force a carry. Stewart staying low and is able to find a single. Good re-attack there. Heinold, catches an underhook. Catches Stewart off balance. Nothing yet. Stewart comes around behind. I think this is a takedown. I won't say that Stewart has sealed the matchup yet, but at 8-5, he is in good position here. Action called off for stalemate. Heinold's only chance, I think, is to get a reversal, get in the top position, and find that wing again. There's only 1:12 left, though, in this third period. Caution from Stewart. Covered a little heavy there for the ref's liking. Heinold, not an efficient first move. Stewart's able to stop his momentum, gets him flat now. Heinold desperately trying to get his base, but Stewart just on the hips right now. I could see a stall call for Stewart, against Stewart in this position. Stewart working cross faces, finding wrist, but he's just been on the hips. It looks like Heinold could get his knees underneath him if he really wanted. I think this might be a blood time for Braden Heinold. So with 29 seconds left in this match, Heinold is down by 3. He needs to hit that switch and find the wing right away. Bulldogs down 11-6 in the team score. Bulldogs need a spark. This week looks to be wearing on them. They don't look as quick. This is a good match for Braden Heinold to have. These two will see each other in the sectional. Stewart has shown a pick to the lead leg. He's shown the ability to re-attack from short offense, something to game plan for Braden Heinold. Heinold tries that switch again. Stewart drops down to the legs, drives Heinold off. They will reset. 4 seconds off the clock there. Heinold jogs back to the center, gets reset. Doesn't clear the arm, trying to sit his hips out, but Stewart's able to catch the ankle. Heinold back to his base again. Ooh, but the tight waist of Stewart really stopped Braden there from hitting that switch. Stewart digs an arm on the back now, and he is going to take this match. A 3-point decision is going to go to the Senators. They extend their lead to 14-6. Bulldogs have some heavy hitters coming up, though. That was a good match between these two. I'm excited to see this match in the sectional. Okay, we have Cale Hillard coming up for the Bulldogs, seeing some of his first varsity action in the lineup for Peyton Myers. He will face off against Elijah Bell from the Senators. I haven't seen Cale wrestle much, but a nice underhook to a high crotch, crackdown position, but he's able to cut across and get both legs. Nice work from the Bulldog wrestler. Very similar to what his brother Logan does in the neutral position. He's got a wrist and a half now, putting good forward pressure, trying to get his knees in front of Bell's, and he does. Oh, Bell showing some good strength and flexibility to fight off his back here. Hillard can't settle it down, but he does have a 2 count. 4 points in the first minute of this first period for the young Bulldog. Hillard has to try and figure out a breakdown to get Bell flat. He's got good wrist control right now. Oh, he's tries to roll through and get a tilt, but he was a little too parallel to settle that down. I like the idea, though. Hillard might be looking for a near side wing. Bell kind of clamming up here, maybe in danger of getting a stall call. Oh, but Hillard finds the wing, digs it in, pressuring. Oh, this looks good for the Bulldogs. Hillard trying to settle down. 30 seconds left in this first period. He's got to settle his hips down a little bit. That arm around the tight waist might be a little deep. And there's the fall, another 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. They close the gap with the Senators. It is now 14-12. Nice job by Cale Hillard hopping into the lineup. 170 we'll see senior Gage Granadino for the Bulldogs. Looks like Springfield is forfeiting 170. So the Bulldogs take the lead at 18-14. At 182, I think Springfield is forfeiting as well. Brennan Hauser will take the forfeit for the Bulldogs. And sophomore Stevie Pogue is filling in the lineup today. Oh, junior Stevie Pogue. I don't see Mateo Casillas on the bench. I haven't really looked at the Bulldog bench. He must be playing baseball today. So it looks like Pogue will be the Bulldog 195-pounder. Oh, a shot there by the Springfield wrestler. This is Donovan Dobson. Oh, and Pogue finds a half in the first 5 seconds of the match. Gets a fall in 7 seconds. That's another 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. So after a string of forfeits and a couple falls, the Bulldogs have taken the lead now at 30-14. 220 will be Andrew Philippak from Springfield, taking on number 2 ranked Daniel Renshaw at 220. Renshaw, the team captain here, goes right in with a collar tie. Tries to throw by Philippak, and he does. Still has the collar and is just driving Philippak over. Changes to a half, and Renshaw settling down, looking for a first period fall. And there it is, another 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. Renshaw makes quick work of Philippak. Bulldogs go up 36-14. Leading into this heavyweight match, number 9 ranked Colton Crowley will wrestle Demarion Holmes from Springfield. Demarion looks like a pretty big heavyweight. Colton undersized, more of a 220, maybe even 195, wrestling up at heavyweight. Oh, there's a big club from Holmes. Crowley, I don't think, can play this tie-up game. He needs to stay a little more distant. Maybe if he's trying something, sweep outside. Crowley does have an underhook, though. A good, strong tie-up. Oh, he's able to snap Holmes down, spin around, and get the 2. Crowley looking for that classic Crowley finish. He's getting the arm on the back. Lets it go. Sees an opportunity for a chicken wing. Can't find it. He'll try and put the arm on the back again. Good forward pressure. Good ride by Crowley. There he gets an arm. He stepped over the back leg. That's right where he wants to be. Now he's going to scoop the head towards him if he can. Oh, he finds a half the far side. He's just going to stuff it and go with it. Crowley needs to drop his chest. Holmes does a good job of peeling it off, fighting the hands. I thought Crowley had him for sure. Crowley almost has him. Holmes putting good pressure back in, but Holmes looks like he's about to turn. Crowley needs to drop that chest. Crowley getting the count now. 43 seconds left in the first period. Crowley not in a good pinning position, but definitely has the back points. He goes to a crossface and drops his chest. Holmes still fighting. 25 seconds left, and the ref slaps the mat. That's another 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. A 42-14 lead now as we cycle back around to the lightest weights. There will be a forfeit at 106, so Caden Hatton will remain undefeated for the Bulldogs. At 113, Isabel Leahy going to wrestle her certified weight. She's been wrestling a lot of 120. She is wrestling Caden Rios from Springfield. So the Bulldogs have won this meet. They remain undefeated. Rios with a strong collar tie, goes right to a fireman's, dumps Leahy on her hip, steps over the leg, trying to solve this crackdown now. He decides to go to a standard crackdown offense, cuts across to the double, and gets the 2-point takedown in the first 20 seconds of the match. Looks like a wing is available because Leahy is keeping her elbows near her hips. Rios looking for those wings. After this match, there will be another forfeit from Springfield at 120. And then there will be a 126-pound match. That will be our final match of the first meet. Rios transitions to a far side cradle. Decides to abandon the cradle, look for the butcher. Goes back to the cradle as Leahy bunches up, but Rios can't get his grip connected. .45 seconds left. Leahy has fought off the pinning combinations of Rios so far. Rios has a wing and has the same wrist on that wing, so he could look for a tilt, or he's looking to drive her over. Leahy's on her back with 17 seconds left. Not looking good for the young Bulldog. Rios can't get Leahy down. Leahy bridging and fighting well. Rios hops sides, goes for a reverse half. Leahy will fight that off. Gives up the 3 back points. Rios is up 5-0 now. Rios starts down in the second period. Leahy goes right to a crossface on the opposite side. Rios is able to scramble around and get the 2-point reversal. Both wrestlers just fighting hands now. Nothing going on. I wonder if stalling's going to come for one of these wrestlers. Rios needs 1 more point to get the Senators the major decision. He has the wing and the wrist. Leahy really needs to peel a hand off here. She needs to peel the hand off that wrist. But Rios is able to get Leahy over. The ref is counting again. Rios not in a good pinning position, though. He tries to reset. Keeps the lock. Gets Leahy over, and now this one looks a little more dangerous, but Leahy's able to squirm to her belly. Rios adds 3 more points. He's up 10-0. Rios keeps looking for cross faces, then cradles, or with the wrist it looks like he looks for wings. The second period will end with Rios up 10-0. Leahy will choose top. She hasn't had much success in neutral or bottom. She covers and hops side, I think either looking for a chop or a crossface on the far side. That's kind of a long movement to do. I think I'd prefer her to stop the first move on the side that she's covering and then work her way over. Rios is in a crackdown position, is able to get to the double. Leahy gets her legs back, but she's a little high on the head, so Rios is looking for a high post single now. Leahy's keeping good pressure on Rios, trying to elevate the arm. She does and is able to spin around for she keeps positions. She started in the top position, no points there. Leahy tries to get the leg in. She gets it in. Rios tries to hip down hard. She needs to get the power half. Oh, she gets too high over the top. Rios in good position here. Rios just has to get his hips up. Leahy falls off to the side, and Rios gets the reversal. Now he's looking for the tech fall with 45 seconds left to go in this third period. Rios trying to secure the tech fall here in the final 15 seconds. He's got the butcher, but the ref calls stalemate. Early jump there from Leahy. Leahy tries to beat the whistle again. But, okay, he gave Leahy the caution. It looks like he's been talking to the Springfield wrestler as well, though. Leahy can't beat the whistle that time. Rios stops the first move. 7 seconds left. Leahy fighting the hands, trying not to give up any back points here. She's able to weather the storm, but Springfield gets another major decision. It is now 48-18 Bulldogs. Bulldogs will get a 6-point forfeit, or maybe this is a double forfeit at 120. Double forfeit at 120. And at 126 will be senior Peyton Ragona against Armani Emery from the Senators. Looks like Ledden discussing with the refs. I don't know if this is a continuation of their discussion earlier. I think it has something to do with the top position and either maybe false starts or releasing pinning combinations to earn near fall points. Bulldogs have this meet wrapped up. I believe this is their 12th win of the season. Okay, senior Peyton Ragona just has a few matches left in a Bulldog singlet. Senior going into the armed forces after graduation. Lots of movement, lots of energy, but sometimes gets a little out of control. There's a long shot. He's able to find a right side single. Good pressure here from Emery. Ragona now has to square up and try and fight off this quarter Nelson from Emery. Ragona fights the hands, circles up, but isn't free from Emery's hold yet, and there he gets it. I'd like to see him, Ragona set up his shots, but he dives in on a low double or a head inside double, comes up to the high post, ends up getting in a rear standing position with Emery. Emery fights the hands, nothing there. Ragona can't finish his 2 shots he's taken. A little wild with his hand fighting right now. Ragona dives in again, no real setup there, and Emery might have a chance to score a cheap takedown here, and he does. Good shot defense from the Springfield Senator. Coach Ledden probably isn't too happy with the performance of the Bulldogs here. The Senators have given up a lot of forfeits, and they might have won a majority of the matches that have been wrestled. Emery has a crossface looking for a cradle. Ragona's going to let him have it and then fights the hands. Ragona couldn't flatten out or fight the hands, and Emery's got Ragona over, and oh, this does not look good for Ragona, and Ragona gets pinned. Emery ends the meet for the Senators with 6 points. The Bulldogs will officially win 48-24. We will have a couple JV matches here that we will bring you before the Senators take on the Centennial Chargers in the next meet. This first JV match will be Gage Decker against Gabriel. I'm going to have to take a minute to pronounce this. Ruvalcaba. Would you say that's Ruvalcaba, Ryan? Yes, my sophomore producer agrees. Very skilled linguist, Ryan, here, so I have him help me with the more challenging last names. Ruvalcaba for Springfield. Gage Decker, a freshman, the third of 4 Decker brothers in this Mahomet program. The Deckers always find the opportunity to do something a little unique. Not very aggressive tie up there from Gage, and they are tight head-to-head. Good fake there by the Springfield wrestler. Both wrestlers tying up really tight. Ruvalcaba in on a single leg on the left side. Good whizzer there from Decker. He goes with whizzer and crossface. I would go with whizzer and push the head down, and Ruvalcaba is able to drive Decker to the mat, and Decker's arm is trapped. Ruvalcaba is getting back points. If Decker would have went with the whizzer and stuffed the head down, Ruvalcaba's power would have been taken away. Instead, he went with the crossface, and that just pulled the Springfield wrestler's power into him. Decker down 4, but I would definitely not count him out of this match. Tries an outside stand-up. Ruvalcaba finds the ankle. Decker tripods up, peels a hand. Ruvalcaba drops to the near ankle. Decker turns into a head outside single in a crackdown position, doubles off, gets the 2-point reversal. Ruvalcaba with the chest wrap tries to elevate Decker. Decker was given the takedown. That was probably a good call. I think that Ruvalcaba was stopped on his rear for a little bit. No change in position. Decker is still the top wrestler, but cuts the lead in half. Looking for a power half, doesn't have the legs, just going with a straight-on power half, and he might get Ruvalcaba over. Hips starting to turn, and the Springfield wrestler goes to his back, but Decker's a little high. He's going to have to reverse his half. He's got the forearm trapped, can't settle down. Decker takes the lead, 5-4. 18 seconds left in the first period. Switches to a half to the other side. He's got the leg hook, though. He needs to get off the legs to get this pin. No, I'm wrong. Decker proves me wrong, gets the fall. Freshman with a first period JV win. Our next JV match, Jacob Schlinker is coming out for the Bulldogs. I do not have a name here for the Springfield Senators. This was not on my list of matches. Jacob Schlenker, a senior. Fairly new to wrestling, has only wrestled a couple years. Kind of stumbles into a head in the middle double. Drives the Springfield wrestler out of bounds. Caution on the Springfield wrestler, not on the line. Schlenker slows it down a little bit now. Schlenker needs to change his eye level a little bit. It looks like he's looking almost at the Springfield wrestler's eyes. Needs to drop his eye level down to the hips. Schlenker drives in, but can't get that single leg on the edge of the mat. 124 left. This is a 138-pound JV match. The Bulldogs have won the varsity meet. 48-24, I believe, was the final score. Schlenker's been in a couple times, not been the prettiest of shots. Like to see him take a shot attempt in the middle of the mat. There's the first shot from the Springfield wrestler. Schlenker gets into a double, but once again they go off the mat, and there's a stalling call against the Springfield wrestler. Schlenker really needs to find the tie-up that he likes. If he wants a collar tie, I suggest going inside, though the Bulldogs do teach an over-collar tie. Schlenker in on a single leg, but not in a good position. Good shot defense here from the Springfield wrestler. If the Springfield wrestler grabs the near leg and pushes the head, I think he can get the two. He is able to scamper around for the two-point takedown at the end of the first period. Springfield wrestler looking for a tight waist far ankle. Thinks about a half, gets it in on the right side, but lets it go. First period is over. After this, I think we will have two more JV matches, both at 152 pounds. Springfield defers. Schlenker takes down. Schlenker with a good inside stand-up. Now needs to get his hips low and work those hands. Oh, but the action goes out of bounds. There's a second stalling call for forcing Schlenker off the mat. Schlenker gets a point. And let's see if those two stall calls factor into this match. Schlenker gets to his feet, but the Springfield wrestler returns him and now has a tight waist far ankle. Schlenker's head's buried on the mat. He needs to get his knees forward and his head up. I believe Coach Ledden telling Schlenker to step up with the inside leg just to try and get to his feet, get some elevation. There he does. Jacob listens to Coach and gets his escape. It is now knotted up with 1:08 left in this second period. All right, I have a name for the Springfield wrestler. It says this is Alex Suva. No, I don't think that is accurate. That is not the correct name. Wrestlers still on their feet here with 30 seconds left in the second period. Springfield wrestler scored right at the end of the first period to get his points. Schlenker still working from an over-collar position. I think if Schlenker goes to a single, then a double, but can't finish the takedown at the end of the match. He does get an additional stalling call and takes the lead at 3-2. I think if Schlenker tried to do what we call a V clear or a V pop, just pop the elbows and went underneath for a takedown, I think that he would have some success here. Schlenker starts on top. Gets the 2-on-1, it looks like. Trying to return, but a potentially dangerous call. Schlenker has been given 2 points for his opponent's stalling and has 1 escape. There's an escape from the Springfield wrestler. Back into those collar ties. Schlenker's on the inside this time. He might be able to use it. He could club the head. Now he gives up. Oh. Schlenker trying to circle his opponent. Now retreating, trying to get his opponent to step. I'd like to see him get completely free and clear and start fresh and then try that V-pop. Schlenker doing some retreating now in this third period. Match knotted up at 3. Oh, there Schlenker shoots a cross-body high crotch. Easy spin around for the Springfield wrestler. Takes a 2-point lead. Schlenker back up to his feet right away. Peeling the hands, though. Wrestlers step out. 2-point lead for the Springfield wrestler. Schlenker has 58 seconds to erase this 2-point lead. Ankle there from the Springfield wrestler. He gets flattened out. Oh, and Schlenker gets the reversal, and now he's holding the Springfield wrestler on his back. Good comeback here from Schlenker. He needs to circle towards the head just a little more. No, not the legs, the head. The whole bench telling Schlenker to circle his legs toward the Mahomet bench. There he goes. And now he's got a good hold on the Springfield wrestler. And there's the fall. Jacob Schlenker, the senior, gets a pin in this 138-pound JV match.
And now he's got a good hold on the Springfield wrestler. And there's the fall. And now he's got a good hold on the Springfield wrestler. And there's the...
2 more JV matches for this first meet. These are listed as 152-pound matches. Theo Ratliff will be facing off against Hank Suva. Oh, nice low shot from Ratliff, but Suva steps out of it. Ratliff saw some time in the varsity lineup last year at 126. Now he's looking for an over-under. Suva does not want to be here, keeps retreating. Ratliff looking to trip it instead of throw it. Ratliff throws the arms to the side and tries a high crotch. There he's able to knee pound up and cut across. Oh, and swims up to a half, and he has Suva on his back. Still plenty of time left here for the young Bulldog to get the pin. Oh, Ratliff in a good position. This should be it, and there it is. A fall for Ratliff. One more JV match. DeAndre Huey from the Bulldogs will be facing Dustin Seeger. Huey, tap, and shoots a left side high crotch. Springfield wrestler holds the head, and Huey comes up. Looks like both arms and the head trapped, or maybe just the head and the arm, but there's a quick fall. 13 seconds into the match. Nice job by Huey. That concludes our meet. The Bulldogs won this varsity meet 48-24. We had multiple JV matches. Next up will be the Centennial Chargers against the Springfield Senators. We will keep the camera on the map, but I will not be joining you. But thanks for watching. I am Nick Morphew, a former Centennial and Bulldog assistant, and I will be back with you in the third match of the day. Hillard's able to catch the underhook. There's a whip over, and he's got the Springfield wrestler on his back, and there's the fall. A 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. Settle his hips down a little bit. That arm around the tight waist might be a little deep. And there's the fall. Oh, a shot there by the Springfield wrestler. This is Donovan Dobson. Oh, and Pogue finds a half in the first 5 seconds of the match. Gets a fall, changes to a half, and Renshaw settling down looking for a first period fall. And there it is, another 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. Holmes still fighting. 25 seconds left, and the ref slaps the mat. That's another 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. Ankle there from the Springfield wrestler. He gets flattened out. Oh, and Schlenker gets the reversal, and now he's holding the Springfield wrestler on his back. And now he's got a good hold on the Springfield wrestler. And there's the fall. Oh, Ratliff in a good position. This should be it, and there it is. A fall for Ratliff. Huey comes up. Looks like both arms and the head trapped, or maybe just the head and the arm, but there's a quick fall. Hillard's able to catch the underhook. There's a whip over, and he's got the Springfield wrestler on his back, and there's the fall. A 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. Settle his hips down a little bit. That arm around the tight waist might be a little deep. And there's the fall. Oh, a shot there by the Springfield wrestler. This is Donovan Dobson. Oh, and Pogue finds a half in the first 5 seconds of the match. Gets a fall, changes to a half, and Renshaw settling down looking for a first period fall. And there it is, another 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. Holmes still fighting. 25 seconds left, and the ref slaps the mat. That's another 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. Ankle there from the Springfield wrestler. He gets flattened out. Oh, and Schlenker gets the reversal, and now he's holding the Springfield wrestler on his back. And now he's got a good hold on the Springfield wrestler. And there's the fall. Oh, Ratliff in a good position. This should be it, and there it is. A fall for Ratliff. And Huey comes up. Looks like both arms and the head trapped, or maybe just the head and the arm, but there's a quick fall. Hillard's able to catch the underhook. There's a whip over, and he's got the Springfield wrestler on his back, and there's the fall. A 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. Settle his hips down a little bit. That arm around the tight waist might be a little deep. And there's the fall. Oh, a shot there by the Springfield wrestler. This is Donovan Dobson. Oh, and Pogue finds a half in the first 5 seconds of the match. Gets a fall, changes to a half, and Renshaw.
For 150 years, you've believed in Busey. You dreamed of owning your first home. You partnered with us to customize a plan. You started a business. You trusted us to guide you through the ups and downs. You wanted to leave a legacy. You allowed us to bring your dreams to life. We thank you for the opportunity to serve you and your family for generations. Busey, fulfilling dreams since 1868.
At D1 Networks, we take our role in connecting, protecting, and monitoring businesses in Central Illinois very seriously. When you need us, we'll be there, with service that sets the standard. From access control and structured cabling, to video surveillance and fiber installation, we always strive to provide creative solutions to the ever-changing technology needs of our clients. Contact D1 Networks today. Visit our website or call us at 855-836-6363.
One company is on a mission to put 1 million people to work each year. Sounds like a big number, doesn't it? Not to Express Employment Professionals. Are you looking for the right opportunity? Choose Express for a new job or the next step in your employment. We take pride in connecting the right people with the right company. Let us help. We'll open doors for you. Express is on a mission to put 1 million people to work each year.
Mahomet-Seymour alumni Jordan Rock on how high school students are important to Fisher National Bank of Mahomet.
I think some important considerations in high school banking are how much money you're going to set aside for the future, because I remember getting my first paychecks, I just wanted to spend it all at once, and that's really not a good idea. So I think one of the important things is to figure out how you're going to save the money, and also setting some money aside to spend and have some fun with.
I'm Ryan Heiser. I work at Fisher National Bank of Mahomet. Please stop by and see us soon.
Stop by and meet Ryan and Jordan and the team of Fisher National Bank of Mahomet.
Jackson Construction and Restoration is a family-owned and operated company specializing in residential and commercial services. We have been serving Central Illinois for over 20 years. If you want to remodel a room, restore a deck, or even start fresh with a new house, Jackson is there. And in the times of need after any fire or storm damage, our team of experts is there to help you rebuild or restore your home. Call now for an estimate on your next project.
I am never getting married. Never. Guaranteed.
You picked a beautiful ring.
Thank you. We're never having kids.
I love it here.
We are never moving to the suburbs. We are never getting one of those. We're never having another kid.
I'm pregnant.
I'm never letting go.
Hi, come see me, State Farm Agent Darwin Boston, and my team in downtown Mahomet.
For 150 years, you've believed in Busey. You dreamed of owning your first home. You partnered with us to customize a plan. You started a business. You trusted us to guide you through the ups and downs. You wanted to leave a legacy. You allowed us to bring your dreams to life. We thank you for the opportunity to serve you and your family for generations. Busey, fulfilling dreams since 1868.
At D1 Networks, we take our role in connecting, protecting, and monitoring businesses in Central Illinois very seriously. When you need us, we'll be there, with service that sets the standard. From access control and structured cabling, to video surveillance and fiber installation, we always strive to provide creative solutions to the ever-changing technology needs of our clients. Contact D1 Networks today. Visit our website or call us at 855-836-6363.
One company is on a mission to put 1 million people to work each year. Sounds like a big number, doesn't it? Not to Express employment professionals. Are you looking for the right opportunity? Choose Express for a new job or the next step in your employment. We take pride in connecting the right people with the right company. Let us help. We'll open doors for you. Express is on a mission to put 1 million people to work each year.
Mahomet-Seymour alumni Jordan Rock on how high school students are important to Fisher National Bank of Mahomet.
I think some important considerations in high school banking are how much money you're going to set aside for the future, because I remember getting my first paychecks, I just wanted to spend it all at once, and that's really not a good idea. So I think one of the important things is to figure out how you're going to save the money, and also setting some money aside to spend and have some fun with.
I'm Ryan Heiser. I work at Fisher National Bank in Mahomet. Please stop by and see us soon.
Stop by and meet Ryan and Jordan and the team of Fisher National Bank of Mahomet.
Jackson Construction and Restoration is a family-owned and operated company specializing in residential and commercial services. We have been serving Central Illinois for over 20 years. If you want to remodel a room, restore a deck, or even start fresh with a new house, Jackson is there. And in the times of need after any fire or storm damage, our team of experts is there to help you rebuild or restore your home. Call now for an estimate on your next project.
I am never getting married. Never. Guaranteed.
You picked a beautiful ring.
Thank you. We're never having kids.
I love it here.
We are never moving to the suburbs. We are never getting one of those. We're never having another kid.
I'm pregnant.
I'm never letting go.
Hi, come see me, State Farm Agent Darwin Boston, and my team in downtown Mahomet.
For one.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Mahomet-Seymour Fieldhouse, where we're bringing you the third and final match of the day. Your still undefeated Bulldogs will face off against the Centennial Chargers. Hello, everyone. I am Nick Morphew, a former Centennial and Bulldog assistant, and I'm excited to be here with you today. Thank you for joining me. So the Bulldogs notched their 14th win of the season. As I mentioned before, they are coming off this is their third straight day of competition. They are definitely maybe showing a little wear and tear for that. There was just a spirited warm-up with Coach Ledden on the far mat to get ready for this meet to try and get their energy back up. The Bulldogs have looked pretty well, but you could definitely tell they've had a lot of competition. That's just the reality they're dealing with in this pandemic, where you have a whole season's worth of dual meets crammed into 1 month before we start our individual postseason. So let's see how Coach Ledden will line up his Bulldogs for this meet against the Chargers. At 1:06, Caden Hatton and Lucas Altstetter will split time. Isabel Leahy will take the mat at 1:13. At 1:26, we'll see veteran Peyton Rigona. 1:32, freshman Talon Pollock. 1:38, another senior and honorable mention in the state rankings, Logan Hillard. At 1:45, another honorable mention wrestler in Logan Petro. 1:52 is Braden Heinhold, yet the third honorable mention wrestler in this lineup. At 1:60, we will see Cale Hillard. 1:70, the number 4 ranked Gage Granadino. 1:82 will be sophomore Brennan Hauser. At 1:95, there's a change to the lineup. We will see Stevie Pogue instead of Mateo Casillas. 2:20 is number 2 ranked Daniel Renshaw, and 2:85, number 9 ranked Colton Crowley. So the Bulldogs have had, this is their 6th dual meet in 3 days, 8th in the last 5. And so the Bulldog wrestlers, if they really want to get through today's meet, they really have to embrace this crazy schedule. As a college wrestler, one time I wrestled 13 matches in 3 days. It was insane, but the only way I could get through that is with the support of my other teammates, and we just said, hey, this is unique, this is a little bit crazy, but we're going to do this together. So hopefully the Bulldogs could band together and get excited for this last dual meet of the week. Once again, I'd like to see their first period aggressiveness pick up, score some points in that first period. And then the field house, I thought it would be really hot today. Hasn't been too bad. It's pretty unusual that you're wrestling a high school wrestling match on a mid-80-degree day, but so far I don't think the heat will play a factor in the fatigue of these wrestlers. The coaches are meeting in the center of the mat, deciding who gets the choice. I believe this match will start at 145 pounds. First up for the Bulldogs will be junior Logan Petro, and he'll be facing off against John Bailey of Champaign Centennial. I spent about 12 years coaching at Centennial with Ed Mears. Ed Mears, the longtime coach, retired last year. Ed, if you're listening, I hope you're doing well and enjoying your retirement. I had a lot of fun coaching with Ed. He always knew how to read his wrestlers, kept the practice room serious but fun. We had a lot of success, especially after the IHSA changed to 3 classes. We got to see a lot of state qualifiers, a lot of kids on the state medal podium. When I was there coaching with him, we got to coach in a state championship match. So Ed has had a very successful program, and he's handed it off to Jeff Rick, first year as head coach for Centennial. Sitting in the assistant's chair with Jeff is Archie Williams, a former Centennial wrestler and a Division II All-American. And the action is underway at 145. Logan Petro tried a tentative reach for a leg, and now he's trying to grip for maybe a body lock. Bailey from Centennial keeping his hips back. Wrestler still hand fighting, working in that tie-up, trying to get some leverage. Petro with an over-under now, trying to jack up Bailey. Bailey briefly thought about going to the body lock. Sorry, this is John Bailey from Centennial. Petro, even though he's a long and lanky wrestler, likes to work upper body stuff. Now tries half-hearted fireman's, I think, there. Bailey reaches down to try to get a reshot. I don't know how comfortable Bailey feels about these over-under situations, but it looks like Petro is really trying to get there and make something happen. Bailey tries to shoot through Petro's arms, but that doesn't quite work out. Bailey pulls the head down to an underhook. Petro likes this overhook position, and he reestablishes the head, but the wrestlers break away. No real threatening leg attacks early in this 145-pound match. There, Petro tries to drop in on a head outside shot, but a little too far away. Bailey's looks like he has position if he can lock it up and drop his hips a little bit. And Petro tries to throw the headlock, slips off of it. Bailey's head is still buried, no takedown yet. The wrestlers go off the mat with 11 seconds left in this first period. Petro goes right to the collar. Bailey shrugs it off, gets to his underhook. Now they're in that over-under again. Neither wrestler wanted to take a risk, try and turn his hips and get that throw. Petro will go down right away. Bailey covers left side. Petro looked like he tried an inside stand-up, but Bailey switched sides and caught that ankle. Petro hops to his feet, does have hand control. Bailey looks in good position to lift here, but Petro's long and lanky. Can't quite get Petro's hips elevated enough. There he does, and he takes it down, but Petro's still working and finds the switch as soon as they hit the mat. But Bailey can re-switch here. If he wants to follow Petro, he can. Instead, he snags the ankle and gets Petro down. Bailey now has to hop his hips over to keep Petro under control. Petro gets the leg in and the collar. That is a reversal. Petro scores the first points of the match in the second period. Leg is in for Petro. This is where he wants to be. Both legs are in, and now he's going to work that power half. Bailey is in trouble here if he lets Petro work from here too long. Petro loses the legs, but has a wing. Driving Bailey over, getting a count. Petro not in a great pinning position. Referee has a good angle there on the far side. Oh, and Petro gets the fall. There's the opening six-pointer for the Bulldogs. A second period fall, 34 seconds left in that second period. Opens the scoring of this dual meet between the Chargers and the Bulldogs. Following Petro will be junior Braden Heinold. Heinold took his first loss of the season against Springfield, losing to Stewart from Springfield in a close match. He is facing off against Tyler Easter from Centennial. Easter dropping down to a knee, both wrestlers touching the mat. Heinold looking for an inside tie, but Easter not letting him establish. Easter tries to pop to a high crotch, but didn't penetrate. Heinold gets in on a single. Heinold's really good here. He elevates and he's going to look for that trip, but they're near the out of bounds. Braden has to be careful. Braden in control here. Circling back towards the center, tries the trip, then gets Easter down. Opening takedown from Braden Heinold and right into his trademark wings. Heinold has the far wrist now. He's ready to go, but the out-of-bounds line might prevent him from any big opportunities here. Heinold looking for a half and a wing. Can't quite get it. He still has the wing, and he's got a little bit of real estate to get some back points here. Oh, he throws the half far side, and Easter's able to shrug it off and get out for the escape. 45 seconds left in this 152 match. Easter was reaching a little bit there. I think maybe Braden can time that reach. Heinold with the snap. Easter tries to grab a leg on the way down. Heinold staying long, throws in an underhook. Easter spins out. 25 seconds left. This is a good time to score. Braden tries to get a single, instead finds himself in a double leg, and then Easter has some upper body stuff and drops in on a single of his own. Good action by these two to end the first period. Heinold with good hip pressure here. Oh, he tries a belly whizzer or far knee trip, and he can maybe scramble around and score, but time will expire. Good first period from these two. Heinold up 2-1. Easter chooses down right away. Heinold really good on top. I think that Easter got his escape because Heinold got a little bit out of position trying to make something happen. If I were the Bulldog coaches, I'd feel pretty good about Braden on top right here in this close match. He's looking for the wing tilt. He's really got to drive Easter forward, which he's trying to do, and he gets Easter turned, but no count. Still has the wing and wrist. Easter breaks the grip. Heinold really wants the far wrist. Now he's in business. He's got the wing and the far wrist, but Easter rolls his wrist out. Good hand fighting on the mat from these two. Heinold holding that wing, but staying behind the hips here. Easter hits a switch. Comes up, and this may be a 50-50 situation here. Heinold is able to get around behind, but cuts Easter. The match is now tied with a minute left in the second period. Bulldogs up 6-0 on the team score. Easter with some taps and level changes, and Heinold goes underneath to a high post, throws that leg around a seat belt, and then hooks it. If Heinold can hook Easter's near ankle, there he goes. Now he just has to pop that knee off his head, and he can get two. Easter clamping on tight, trying to force a stalemate there. Heinold gets to the knee, trying to force that off his head. If he pops his head out, it's two, but the stalemate is called. Good defense by Easter there, working for a stalemate. Heinold tried to get Easter trapped on his hip and hook that near leg, but Easter was balled up tight. 19 seconds left. Easter with a level change, and Heinold goes underneath him again, single, and he's going to double off. Maybe he's trying to hook that leg again. Easter with some good scramble defense there when Heinold has been in deep. Now it'll be Braden's choice. Chooses down. Braden has a great switch here, although I prefer his standing switch. He gets a lot of good power from the standing switch. Doesn't have to work as hard to finish the move. Easter tries to lift. Legs get tangled as Heinold tries to switch. Easter might have a half, and now looking for a far side cradle. All knotted up here at 2-2 in this 152-pound match. Heinold chose down. His first move was stopped, and he hasn't been able to reestablish his base. Easter just on the hips here, but Heinold not really looking to build his base. Easter cross faces, and then Heinold is able to build his knees up underneath him. Braden looking for a hand. 1 minute left. third period of this tie match. Heinold not really establishing hand control. Easter trying to lock up the cradle, but Heinold gets his arm through, and now he pops his head out, gets behind the arms. That's a reversal for Braden Heinold. He rolls Easter out and off the mat. I maybe would have stayed in that Merkel position for a little bit longer to take the time off. 46 seconds left, and Easter starts down. Let's see if Easter has a explosive first move. Tries to sit, Heinold follows, but Heinold cuts. Interesting decision. It's now 4-3. Easter in on a shot, but he gets extended. Heinold in good position here. Ooh, Easter, good drive, trying to slide his head out to the side. He gets Heinold up in a body lock. Heinold releases the overhooks, takes Heinold down to the mat. Heinold still looking for a switch. Good scramble here. Heinold still has the whizzer. Easter in on a right side single now. 20 seconds left in this one-point match. Easter looking for the cradle, can't find it. Heinold loses his hips. Easter with a big lift and returns. Heinold takes a 5-4 lead. 10 seconds left, and that probably does it. Good comeback from Easter there. 5-4 win for the Charger. Braden Heinold's going to be very disappointed in that match. I think you saw Easter wrestled a good match, but I think we saw the fatigue of Heinold wrestling in 8 dual meets over the past 5 days. I am looking forward to that rematch at regionals. It is 6-3 now, Bulldogs over the Chargers. Cale Hillard will take the mat for the Bulldogs. He will be wrestling Dontrell Duger for the Chargers. Hillard reaches for a shot and gets snapped down by Duger. Duger in a good front headlock position here, but doesn't stretch out the near elbow. Hillard's able to try and drive in for a high crotch, and Duger throws the neck wrench, but nothing comes of it. Duger with a level change. Hillard with outside elbow control. Let's see if he tries to pop it. He had a high crotch in his first match. Duger dives in and gets in on a right side single. Good pressure here by Hillard. He needs to circle around to his free leg. Duger almost hit a duck and was able to come around. Hillard still in short offense, finds that near ankle now, is trying to circle around, but Duger stops him with an extended arm. Hillard not in a great position to score off this short offense, and they go out of bounds. Like to see Hillard try to get in on a shot. We really haven't seen anything good from Hillard yet. Duger is in from another shot. Hillard sprawls. Hillard has the far ankle trapped. He might be able to keep that ankle trapped and come around and cover the hips, and he does. 2 points for Hillard with only 20 seconds left in the first period. That's what you really want to do, try and score at the end of the period. The chances of your opponent answering are very small. Good action in that first period, but Hillard takes the 2-0 lead into the second. Hillard will defer. Duger takes down. Hillard getting some time in the varsity lineup, stepping in for Peyton Myers. Hillard digs in a wing and has the wrist. He's hopped off to the wrong side, though. Loses the wing. Duger balled up, looking for hand control. Hillard's able to bust Duger down, and I think he's got the wing again. Now he has half near side. Oh, Duger's turning. Oh, Duger's able to fight it off, but Hillard got a 2 count. Now Duger working the hands. Hillard trying to find a near side cradle. He's got it locked up. No, he doesn't, but keeps control of Duger. Hillard throws a far side half. That's not advisable. (4-0) now for the young Bulldog. Duger fighting hands well, but hasn't been able to get his head and chest elevated. He catches an elbow, rolls Hillard, but nothing yet. Nothing yet. Hillard's still in control. Hillard gets a leg in. Oh no, Duger turns into a half. He's got a reversal and back points. I think he tied this match up, and he did. 4-4 now, 20 seconds left in the second period. Hillard got a little careless with his elbows. Duger was able to wing him down and get the reversal. It'll be Hillard's choice in the third period. If I'm the Bulldogs, I think I choose down here. Just from those 20 seconds with Hillard on bottom, I think that he could probably get out. The Centennial wrestler decides to let Hillard go. Hillard will take a 5-4 lead, but a full 2 minutes for Duger to get a takedown. Duger with some good movement. I like the tap and the fakes, but he's a little bit too elevated after the tap. If he stays low, he might have a better shot of those fakes sticking. He dives in, but Hillard is able to easily defend and spin around and gets the takedown. Takes the 7-4 lead now. I like Duger's motion and fakes. It's just he needs to make sure his level stays low. Hillard now has a wing and a half. Decides to stick with the half. I really think Hillard needs to pick one pinning combination and stick with it. Oh, Duger is able to catch an elbow and roll Hillard again, but Hillard has the legs in and a collar, and he's getting back points here in the third period, extending his lead. The ref is holding up 3, so Hillard goes up 10-4. Now he's looking for a major decision for the Bulldogs. If I were Hillard, I'd stick with these wings. Duger's able to sit up, tug on an arm. Hillard's hips fall to the mat. Duger might have a chance to get back in this match. He gets a reversal at the very least. 40 seconds left and is now 10-6. Hillard steps up, gets hand control, gets one, 11-6 now, 25 seconds left. Duger needs something big. If I were Hillard, I would tap, play distance, but Duger dives in on a leg, not quite what he wanted. Hillard trying to scramble and grab a leg, but almost exposing his back. He's able to keep Duger's ankle, so Duger wasn't able to scramble his feet around and really drive into Hillard. 2 seconds left, and Cale Hillard will pick up the victory for the Bulldogs. He adds another 3 points to the team score, and it's now 9-3. Leading into senior Gage Granadino at 170. Gage is the number 4 ranked wrestler at 160. I think Gage is undecided on whether or not he's dropping. He's wrestled 170 all year. Gage is wrestling Henry Spinella from Champaign Centennial. Granadino not showing much movement here initially. Gets to a collar tie and an underhook. Drives Spinella off the mat. Ooh, and an early stall call against Spinella. Granadino with a pick. Spinella goes down. Granadino adds a takedown and will cut Spinella right away. Granadino went for that pick again initially. Now Granadino elevates the elbow, gets to a high crotch, knee pounds, goes to a crackdown, straightens the legs, splits the legs, comes around the waist and should have the 2 points here, and he does, and Spinella's legs are split and he goes to his back. Granadino holding him for back points here, but Spinella fighting. He's able to turn to his belly. Granadino sinks the half on the edge of the mat. Granadino now has a leg and maybe the half. Spinella arching. Wrestlers go off the mat. Granadino will add 3 near fall. I think he is up 7-1. Granadino cuts Spinella. It is now 7-2. Gage, I'm sure, wants to get off the mat as soon as possible if he can get on top again. Another pick from Granadino. Nope, Gage says 8 dual meets in a week is nothing. I want more work. I think he will cut Spinella here again. Oh, he did not get the takedown initially from that pick. Remains 7-2. Gage with a 2-on-1, drags it by, hooks the ankle, then drops down to a low double. 9-2 now. Granadino has a Mills half, just stacks it straight over the top, and that's a fall. Another 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. First period fall for Gage Granadino. Bulldogs extend their lead to 18-3. 182 will be sophomore Brennan Hauser, taking on David Navarra from Champaign Centennial. Looks like Hauser might have his hands full. Navarra looks like a powerfully built athlete. Hauser has some good technique on his feet. We'll see if the power and strength of Navarra is too much, though. Snaps and good movement from Navarra. Hauser finds an underhook, but abandons it. Navarra tries to get underneath for a high crotch. Hauser tries to elevate for a duck under. Navarra has double unders now. Wrestlers break. Navarra reaches for a single. Hauser with good defense. A little eager to finish this front headlock, but there he runs and dumps and then shucks. Good movement by Hauser there. The ref says no control, though. Hauser wants him to throw the challenge brick, but that's not going to happen in high school wrestling. No points. They start back on their feet. That was good movement by Hauser, getting Navarro moving one way and then shucking him the other. Hauser has really been working these underhooks this year. He's looked good using them. There's the throw by to the single. Then the cut across double, and Navarro falls on his back. Hauser's getting back points, but Navarro is able to power off his back, get to his belly, but not before Hauser gets the 2 back points. That throw by to that knee pull has been really good for Brennan Hauser. I also like how Hauser, once he got that knee pull, Navarra tried to square up with him a bit. Oh, Hauser has a tilt. Can't get it settled. Navarra tried to square up a bit, so Hauser did a cut across double finish to get that takedown. Centennial's had a string of great individuals in the last decade. Along with Ed Mears, I got to coach Archie Williams. who went on to be a Division II All-American. Darren Wynn for Centennial went on to be a Division II national champ and 4-time All-American. And of course, Justin Cardani is the starting 125-pounder for the Fighting Illini. Wrestlers will start neutral in this second period. Hauser finds the low single. Oh, Navarre was almost able to muscle out of it, but Hauser bundles him up and has him on his back. He's getting a count. Hauser goes to a head and arm now to try to finish the pin, but Navarre is able to spin out of it and get to his belly. Good fight there from Navarre, but Hauser has the major decision at 9-0. Hauser with the meat grinder now, trying to get Navarre's hips to turn into him. We've seen good technique from Hauser. I like his technique on his feet. Looks pretty polished. Oh, tries to do that. Take a stab at that low single again, but Navarre didn't step quite enough forward. Coach Akery, I think, telling Hauser there that he really needs to have Navarre circle, so he steps hard with that left foot. One minute left in this second period. We haven't really seen any good shots from Navarre. He's just kind of reached for some. Hauser with the snap right to front offense, finds that near ankle, runs around. Great job from Brennan Hauser. 11-1. Hauser has the half in the wrist, driving on his toes. Hauser going to get that tilt. Here it is. Can he settle Navarre down? He does. He's getting back points at the end of this second period. Hauser now in tech fall territory. He is up 13 points currently. 2 seconds left in this second period, so Hauser will have to do it in the third period. Hauser tells the coaches he wants down, but it's close to tech fall. Ledden tells Hauser to choose top. They want the young Bulldog to go for the pin, not the tech fall here. The next pinning combination has to be tight for Brennan. Coaching staff wants the 6-point fall, not the 5-point tech fall, but Navarre was able to get out. Hauser has a little bit more work to do. Oh, nice catch. Navarre lowered his level, but Hauser caught the arm, and there's the fall. Another 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. 21-3 now over the Chargers. Navarre shot with that one arm out. Hauser was able to catch the underhook, whip Navarre over for the fall. That was a good-looking match from Brennan Hauser. Stevie Pogue stepping into the lineup at 195. Mateo Casillas, the regular starter, playing baseball today. Stevie Pogue is wrestling Brandon Harvey from Champaign Centennial. Pogue has won a couple varsity matches, rotating into the varsity lineup when needed. There's a long shot from Harvey. Pogue defends with his hips well. I think Harvey definitely has the strength advantage here, just judging from how these types are going. Harvey in on another single. Pogue with a good whizzer and pushing that head away, trying to get his foot to the ground, doing well. No panic here. Oh, Navarre's able to find a double and wrangle Pogue down. Harvey finds a far side cradle. Pogue in trouble here. but he releases Pogue. It's 2-1. Man, if Pogue can stay a little farther away, he's getting so tight in these tie-ups, and he really can't get free to get to his offense. Reach by Harvey there. Harvey gets around behind, whips Pogue down, and now he's up 4-1. This is the 195-pound match. Pogue trying to build up. There he gets his knees under his chest, doing well, but he's not really looking for a hand. Harvey says, I'll let you go. 4-2. Oh, Pogue couldn't elevate that arm to get to that high crotch. Oh, Harvey gets to a high crotch of his own. Pogue trying to sag those hips. And now Pogue trying a whip over. Pogue loses it. 50-50 situation here. Wrestler square up, no point scored. Pogue thought he found the whip over, but didn't have the strength. Pogue will take down. I think Harvey is releasing Pogue. He is. Now it's only a 1-point match. I'd really like to see Pogue do a V-pop, a V-clear, and get to a shot. Oh, Pogue tries a hip toss, slips off of it. Gives Harvey an easy 2 points. It is now 5-3. I think in neutral, if Pogue maybe faked initiating the contact and went right under Harvey's arms, he could probably get in on a shot. Both wrestlers look like they're kind of lazy tying up, taking it for granted. Sometimes if you fake the reach, you can just go right under. Shoot now. 6-4. Pogue intent on grabbing onto Harvey and then takes a long shot. Harvey easily spins around, adds another 2 points. Harvey has doubled Pogue up. He's up 8-4. Action goes out of bounds. We will get a restart. We haven't seen Pogue restart here, and we still won't. Harvey is releasing Pogue again. 8-5. Oh, Harvey dives right in, showing good power. Pogue trying to get to that whip over. Then Harvey tries, I guess it was a hip toss. Now he gets the head and arm. No, he just gets the head. That'll be a penalty point and no takedown, I believe. It is now 8-6. Coach Ledden really wants Pogue to circle Harvey to get to that sweep. I'd like to see Pogue maybe try it without the tie-up. Oh, Harvey just drops in, says thank you for the double, and gets Pogue on his back. Pogue trying to fight off here. 26 seconds left. Oh, now he's flat. There's the fall. Chargers will add 6 points. 21-9 now, leading into the 220-pound match, featuring number 2 ranked Daniel Renshaw against Jack Barnhart. Renshaw's only loss coming to number 1 ranked Hazelton from Prairie Central. That was by fall. Ooh, Barnhart bringing it to Renshaw. Says, I don't care if you're an All-Stater. Renshaw is pretty tentative in the tie-up so far. There was a stare down there. I don't know if Renshaw was looking at Barnhart or the coaching staff. I would tell Daniel, you need to get in there and mix it up. You're a little too tentative. There's a throw-by attempt from Renshaw. Wrestlers being physical in the tie now. Renshaw giving it back a little bit. Renshaw to an underhook, but can't get that knee pull. Both wrestlers are able to swim out of that underhook pretty well. Renshaw trying to get a 2-on-1. Doesn't have the head position. Barnhart is able to reach into a single. Renshaw is on his hip in a crackdown position. Not sure what Renshaw's strategy is in here. Renshaw trying to keep his hips up and does wiggle out of it. Good hand fight battle between these two. 45 seconds left in the first period. Pace seems to be slowing down now after that flurry. Renshaw gets a front headlock, dragging Barnhart down, but doesn't get his legs back enough. There he does. Now he's going for the power half. Barnhart falls on his rear. Renshaw covers. 2 points. Barnhart looks maybe a little stunned here. There was a grimace on the face of Barnhart as he hit the mat. Renshaw gets the legs in, trying to get a crossface and back points. No count. End of the first period. 2-0 Renshaw. The pace has slowed, but this is still going to be a physical battle. Barnhart takes down Renshaw. Covers right side. Barnhart, good job getting to his feet, finds the hand control and gets out. Cuts the lead in half. Renshaw digs the underhook. Barnhart swims out of it well. I think if Daniel, as soon as he started digging the underhook, decided to hit the knee pull, I think he could hit it. And because Barnhart, the way he swims out, would kind of be giving that opening. Now they're in an over-under. Renshaw has the underhook, throws it by, but can't get to the single. Renshaw with a collar tie now. Big post from Barnhart. There's that underhook from Renshaw. Yes, there it was. Barnhart swum out and Renshaw dropped right at the right time. That's what Daniel needs to keep doing. Pace has definitely slowed now after that initial minute of the first period. Barnhart reaches for a single but can't pull it in. One-handed single attempt there. Renshaw looks like he's established himself here in the tie-up. Wrestlers go out of bounds, 30 seconds left, 1 point match. To me, Renshaw looks like the dominant one in the tie-up now, but he's not able to turn it into anything. He's been pulling down heavy with that collar tie. Barnhart finds his own underhook, but doesn't have the head position. Oh, there Barnhart tries to elevate, but the wrestlers just break away. Renshaw takes down to begin this third period. Both wrestlers breathing heavily. Renshaw with a tentative first move and gets broken down. There he gets his knees underneath him again. Now he needs to pull the hand out of the leg. Yep. He needs to fight the leg hand and keep it. Barnhart will cut. I'd like to see Renshaw get some snaps going. I think Barnhart is fatiguing. There's a snap. Try to a single, but didn't penetrate enough. Snap. Oh, Renshaw tries a throw by, loses position, but Barnhart can't capitalize. Ledden urging Renshaw to snap the head, and as soon as Barnhart pops up to go underneath, let's see if the senior listens. There's the snap, there's the shot. He delayed on the shot just a little bit. You need to be a half a second quicker on that shot. Renshaw with a 3-1 lead here in the third period, less than a minute left. Good battle here from Barnhart. No wrestler able to really establish any offense. Renshaw is in good position with the underhook. Decides to switch to the front headlock. Less than 20 now. Renshaw doesn't have to engage now. 6 seconds left. Renshaw keeping his distance. Barnhart is not going to attempt anything. Content with the 2-point loss. Renshaw will add 3 points. The Bulldogs go up 24-9. Colton Crowley will represent the Bulldogs. Wrestling Scotty Sims from Champaign Centennial. Crowley showing up in the rankings at number 9 at heavyweight. Colton very methodical. Has had some nice snap and spin, snap down and spin. Very good on top. Sims trying to go double overs, then snaps Crowley down. Crowley temporarily gets a single, but Sims is able to spin around for the 2 points. Crowley up in a tripod, Sims with a half. A sit from Crowley, maybe a potentially locked hands, but the ref didn't see anything. Crowley really doesn't have hand control yet. If he grabs a hand now, he's out. There he's working. Oh, Sims with a big lift. Good job from the heavyweight. Sims trying to get the legs. This looks dangerous. Crowley can take advantage, though. Sims very high, doesn't have the legs in. Might be anchored under the left arm of Crowley. Crowley might be able to headhunt here and dump Sims. Sims has both legs in and is just kind of trying to pull Crowley over. He's getting a count. Sims has a body scissor and reaching to the far elbow. I think if Crowley turns hard into Sims, he can get out of this. Sims still high on the back of Crowley. Good period for Sims. Has a 5-0 lead. Man, if I'm the Mahomet coaches, I don't know what I do when it's Colton's choice. Sims will choose top. Crowley, when he gets to that tripod, he needs to get a hand and get his feet out. Sims catches an ankle, stops Crowley's first move. Crowley spins back to his base. Now he tries to hook an elbow and roll. Nothing going there. Sims trying to dig in that leg, and he's not in great position. Crowley can't take advantage, though. It seems like Crowley should be able to pop up. Double thigh pry now from Sims. I think we're probably seeing, oh, Crowley's able to find the head as Sims gets too high on top. And Crowley has Sims on his back. This is dangerous for the Centennial wrestler. Oh, and there's the fall. Good comeback win and another 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. Crowley up 30-9. Crowley puts the Bulldogs up 30-9 now. The Chargers will forfeit 106. Lucas Altstetter will take the forfeit. Caden Hatton will be bumping up. The sophomore, undefeated, along with fellow sophomore Mateo Casillas, the only two wrestlers that remain undefeated for the Bulldogs. Hatton will take on Declan Pate at 113. Hatton, in the first week of the season, I mean, these wrestlers started off pretty much in competition right away, not many practices. His offense did not look great on his feet, but since then, he's really added shots to both sides. His setups have been good, been very aggressive. Caden Hatton wrestling some of the best that we've seen out of these Bulldogs. There's a snap and a spin attempt from Hatton. Hatton, far knee pick with the underhook. The length of Hatton is able to get Pate down. Hatton also good on top. He likes Mills halves. He's pretty good with the legs in. The wrestlers will come back to the center. We'll see if Hatton stays on top. Hatton really leaning into this spring season of wrestling. Very energetic, always looks ready to wrestle. Hatton trying to get Pate completely flat. Finally does. There's the Mills half he's looking for. Can't quite sink it deep enough. Pate's able to get hand control and get out. Hatton shoots from distance. Pate defends it. He backs out. Hatton down to a front headlock. Not really able to get Pate off balance with this front headlock. Nothing happening here on the edge, and the wrestlers will reset in the center. 2-1 Hatton from Mahomet. 38 seconds left in the first period. Hatton in on a shot, and there's a potentially dangerous. Hatton takes that low single with his head outside. I know Coach Ledden shows it with the head inside because then you can sweep around for the low double. There's a nice sweep from Hatton, but Pate defends well. Wrestlers go out of bounds. I like that shot from Caden Hatton. He was shooting from distance. Initially, it looked like he had the advantage on the shot. Now Pate tries to establish himself in the tie-up. Hatton with that sweep again, and he's got it. He needs to come to his feet. Oh, can't get two hands quite to it. Good defense from Pate there. Hatton now tries to do a knee pick on the left side. Didn't quite bring the head with him as he tried that pick. Pate takes down, hoping to even the score. Hatton, far knee, far ankle. Stops Pate's first move, but Pate still has his base. Pate's able to get hand control and get out. So Hatton has been pretty solid shooting from distance. I'd like to maybe see him get the high crotch on the left side. I mean, Pate is reaching with his right arm. I think that, oh, Pate catches the arm and is able to drag Hatton down. Hatton throwing in a leg and now looking for a power half. He has both legs in. Hatton may have stolen a takedown here if he keeps Pate from popping his head out. Oh, Pate pops his head. Gets the takedown. Takes the 4-2 lead. 1:13 left in the second period. Looks like Hatton is breathing hard. Not a good sign for the Bulldogs. Hatton gets to his feet. Pate tries to return. Hatton tries to hit a switch but leaves his arm behind. Okay, don't stop, Caden. Caden sits and goes back to his base. I'd really like to see him to get his rear in the air and run his toes towards the head. Hatton trying to sit again, maybe has a switch here. Leaves his arm behind for Pate to grab. .32 seconds left in the second period. Pate from Centennial has established a 4-2 lead. I think we are seeing this tough week have an effect on the Bulldogs. There, Hatton finds the Granby shrug. Gets the reversal, ties it up at the end of the second period. He's got to keep Pate down. 2 seconds left. He just needs to grab an ankle. Hatton struggling out there. Fatigue starting to set in. Might have jumped the gun there. He did. They're going to call a caution. I think we will reset and the ref will count the 2 seconds. Hatton is going to choose down. I'd like to see him, once he hits that sit out and he turns his belly button back towards the mat, I'd like to see him keep moving his feet, rotate towards Pate's head. Hatton tries an inside stand-up. Pate stops it. Pate hooked the ankle. Hatton sat back into him, was able to knock Pate off balance and able to get the escape. 5-4 now, Hatton. Hatton finds that sweep single again, but can't get two hands to it. Hatton is stopping mid-shot. If he keeps going and tries to go around, turn the corner and go around behind. Good motion still from Hatton. Maybe I jumped the gun calling him fatigued. Hatton hits the high crotch, a little cross body though. Pate in good position. Hatton driving into Pate. Trying to get him in a crackdown position. There, Hatton does get a crackdown. Hooks the ankle. Now he's trying to headhunt. That's not two. That's not two. Hatton trying to headhunt. As if Hatton pops his head, it's a takedown. Both sides yelling for the takedown. Hatton finally earns it, and Hatton has Pate trapped on his back, and he's earning back points here in the third period. Wrestlers go out of bounds, but Hatton adds a 5-point move. He is up 10-4. Good call by the referee, letting that action continue. The roles were reversed a little earlier in the match. And like Hatton, Pate was able to pop his head out. Pate to his feet. Looking for hand control and gets it. 10-5 now. Pate in on a long shot. 30 seconds left. Wrestlers at the edge of the mat. Not sure what Hatton was trying there. Ledden pleading with Hatton. Don't get in an underhook situation. Hatton should stay from distance, tap the head, tie up the wrists. Ledden doesn't want Hatton to get in underhooks because he doesn't want to get his elbow trapped. You see Pate trying to pull on that elbow. He got a little dump or carry fireman's. Hatton needs to get his elbow back. Only 5 seconds left. Pate won't score. Hatton bumps up to 113 and gets the decision for the Bulldogs. Sophomore remains undefeated. Isabel Leahy will represent the Bulldogs next at 120. She will be facing off against Trevor Schoonover from Champaign Central. Nope, I do not think this is Trevor Schoonover. I will try to get the name of this Centennial wrestler. This is Freddie Bagari. Centennial wrestler gets Leahy flat. Freddie grabs that near ankle, looking to spin around, get his 2-point takedown. Leahy is able to circle and face, nothing yet. Wrestlers have been in this position for almost a minute now, no points. The Centennial wrestler just has to step over a leg to get the takedown, but can't do it. He gets to the near ankle, looks to elevate. Ref calls a stalemate after probably more than a minute of that position. I believe the Bulldogs have now officially, they are 15-0 on the season. Yes, they have clinched the victory here today already at the current score of 39-9. No points after this first period. Leahy spent most of that period underneath Freddie's chest. Leahy chooses down. Centennial chooses to go neutral. There's a shot by the Centennial wrestler. He has a double leg. This is the strongest position we've seen him in, and he gets the 2-point takedown. He has Leahy's legs split, but Isabel's able to get to her belly. Referee calls the action out. Wrestlers will reset in the center. Centennial going neutral again, I think, here. Tie match now. There's a low shot from Leahy. She's got a good low single. She just needs to keep circling to her right. Desperately holding on to that low single. trying to circle. Oh, now she comes. Oh, let's go with the leg. Centennial wrestler's able to reshoot. She flees the mat. I think we're going to get a fleeing the mat call here. We are. 1 point to the Centennial wrestler, fleeing the mat. That was a good shot from Isabel. Centennial wrestler looks like he's hurting. Isabel might have the advantage if she forces a couple more scrambles like that. Snap from Leahy, nothing established. There's a shot from the Centennial wrestler. It's got Isabel elevated. Oh, Isabel has to watch her hands to the face. She's trying to find the headgear to push away. There's the trip. Leahy falls. Watch the knee there. Nothing yet. There's the takedown. It is 5-2 with 30 seconds left. Oh, Isabel escapes. Gets the one and a takedown. She looks for a cradle. She has the cradle. 24 seconds left. Centennial wrestler breaks the cradle. Leahy does have the leg in. 5-5. Leahy has the leg in. Wrestler stagnant in the middle of the mat. Oh, we have a tie match going into the third period. Coach Ledden going to ask for some clarification. With the restarts at the neutral position. Coach Ledden very animated in that discussion, and I thought the ref might have signaled a team point, but he did not. Centennial chooses neutral. Crowd excited here. 5-5 in this 120-pound match. Oh, Leahy takes a long shot, but she gets in. Her head's outside on this single. Centennial bails. Good scramble here. Nothing yet. Centennial back in on the legs and gets a takedown to establish a 2-point lead. Centennial wrestler cuts Isabel. Leahy gets her point. It is now 7-6. If Leahy gets closer on her shot, I think she can make something of it. Oh, she tries to go low again. Defended by the Centennial wrestler. Leahy in extended single position. Can't get two hands to the leg. You could see the grimace on the Centennial wrestler's face. Both wrestlers going hard here in this last minute 10 of this third period. Stalemate called. More action to come. Both coaching staffs on their feet, urging their wrestlers on. Leahy with another shot. She's stuck on her knees though. Centennial trying to score. Hold on to his lead. The ref's probably going to call stalemate quickly here. We need a stalemate here. He's letting the action go. Time keeps bleeding off the clock. Finally a stalemate, 30 seconds left. Leahy with multiple shots here in this third period. She tries again. There's a stall, but she's out of position. Centennial wrestler might have the advantage here, trying to circle around. Oh, Leahy hooks an ankle. 23 seconds left. She's in good position if she could drive across and keep circling. Oh, she pops her head. Centennial wrestler traps the head, throws her down. Nothing yet. If Leahy could pop her head, she might have a takedown. 10 seconds left. No points. Oh, the Centennial wrestler drives in, establishes a takedown, gets the back points, Good match from these two. Good match. Emotional match. Exciting match. That was a character builder for both wrestlers. Centennial will add 3 points. They're still trailing the Bulldogs 39-12. At 126, we will see Peyton Ragona, and I believe this is Trevor Schoonover for the Chargers. Exciting match. The entire benches, the whole crowd was into that last match. Ragona with a tentative reach, but nothing so far from these wrestlers at 126. There's a dive from Schoonover. No real setup, but he gets in on Ragona. Ragona sagging his hips hard. Now tries a far knee pick. Has an overhook and tries to hip it over. Oh, but Ragona gives up his chest. Schoonover's able to drive across and now find a half. There was just a mistake in body positioning there from Ragona. Oh, Ragona able to get his chest turned. Fights off the fall. Schoonover up 5-0. Ragona trying to reach for a head there. Not advisable. Ragona, good hand control. Schoonover drops in on a leg. Is able to retain the top position. A belly whizzer from Ragona, and he might have a chance here to get a reversal. Trying to keep his hips down. Ragona's trying to break the grip. He does. He gets his escape. Ragona with a reach, then goes for the low single. This might be a potentially dangerous here. And it is. Ref stops the action. Ragona right off the whistle, hops in. Schoonover tries to kick out, but Ragona gets the takedown now, tries to get right into a half. Doesn't really have Schoonover broken down. Tries to sag back down and bring Schoonover with him. He has the power half. Ragona's trying to do a power half. I would prefer a half with the far wrist trapped. Getting a power half when you're not a heavyweight is a really hard thing to do. Ragona was sliding off the top there. Ragona tries to pair two shots together. I like the idea. If he could have gotten a little more penetration on that second one, I think he could have pulled it off. Ragona desperately trying to drag out of this front headlock by Schoonover. No, and then he drops and tries to reach for a leg. He should keep trying to drag out. Ooh, now he might have an elbow and a carry. I don't think he has the elbow, though. He's up more on the forearm. Schoonover has Ragona in trouble, is able to spin around and get the 2-point takedown. Extends his lead to 4. Ragona has a good base, but can't get hand control. Can't keep a hand. Less than 30 left in this second period. Not much happening here. Oh, Schoonover has a half and a wrist. Regona trying to wing down hard and fight it off. Ooh, Schoonover close to a full Nelson there when he has that half and that wrist. Schoonover will go down. I'd like to see Regona find that half with the far side wrist. Stand up by Schoonover. Regona drags him down and they go off the mat. Schoonover up again. Regona drives him off. Schoonover might have got a jump on the whistle there. Gets to his feet. Working Regona's hands well. Gets the escape. He's now up 8-3. Schoonover gets in on a single. Regona with a chest wrap. Regona needs to really get his hips down, legs back. This chest wrap really isn't doing anything. If Schoonover could hook the near leg, he'll easily get the takedown here. There, Schoonover has the leg hooked. Regona's chest wrap is holding Schoonover off. Schoonover pops his head. Yeah, there was only a matter of time before Schoonover got that takedown. Ten to 3, Schoonover needs one more point to get the major decision. Regona coming into today was 10-3 with 3 falls. He's now 10-4 and could soon be 10-5 if he doesn't find something in the last 30 seconds of this match. Regona grabs ahead, hoping for anything at this point. He needs a pin to win this match. Regona gets to his feet, working for hand control. Oh, nice little hip heist there as Schoonover relieves the pressure. Ooh, both wrestlers shot. I don't think there was head-to-head contact. Either way, the match is over. I think both wrestlers are okay. A 10-4 win for Schoonover of Centennial. Talon Pollock wrestling 132 for the Bulldogs. He will tangle with Nick Panafetti from Champaign Centennial. Talon with a throw by trying to get to a Merkel. Oh, has an overhook hip toss. No points yet. Yes, he gets the 2-point takedown. Talon trying a near side cradle now. Can't get Panafetti to bend. Pollock with a collar and spiral. Pulls Panafetti back to a crab ride, trying to hold him and hope for points. Almost pulls Panafetti on top of him. Dangerous position there from Pollock. No back points. Pollock spiral and collar again, then gets the wrist. I like that. Off the spiral, your goal should be to get the wrist and then drive your opponent down the rest of the way. Ooh, Talon gets the arm on the back, but can't keep the pressure on. Now he digs in a chicken wing. Neither wrestler doing much here. There, Talon's able to drive a wrist underneath. Ten seconds left. Pollock a little high, gets in one leg and is behind both arms. Pollock takes a 2-0 lead into the second period. Panfetti will choose down. There's that collar right again, and now a forearm is trapped. Pollock with good forward pressure, but isn't able to bring in any wrists. Just on the hips of Panfetti. We haven't seen many stall calls today. Pollock has the wrist now as Panfetti gets to his base. Pollock throws in the legs. A stalemate is called just as Pollock gets in a good situation. Took his time getting there, though, and the ref says there wasn't enough action. Far arm, not really a cradle here. He has a forearm trapped. He doesn't have the head, though. Pollock has been on top for 1:20 so far in this period. Hasn't really threatened Panfetti with any pinning combinations, though. He's got a tight waist in the wrist. Now that he has Panfetti flat, he should pick one move and really go for it. Pollock gets the right out. Let's see what the Mahomet staff does. I think Pollock chose down. No real first move from Pollock. Ankle ride from Panfetti. Pollock still has his base. Needs to fight for a hand. Peel the hand off the leg, peel the hand off the thigh, and you can step up. He tries to step up inside leg. Panfetti correctly tries a cradle, but loses Pollock. 3-0 Pollock now. 1:30 left in this third period. Pollock with the throw by tries to go for that Merkel again. Loses position, but finds himself in on a single leg. Panfetti has a butcher. Pollock holding on for dear life here. Ref calls a stalemate. or maybe there's blood. We will take a blood time with 1:09 left in this third period. While we're on this break, I'll take a second to thank our sponsors. Bank, Christie Clinic, D1 Networks, Jackson Quality Construction, Subway of Mahomet, Classic Plumbing, First State Bank of Forest, BSN Sports, and McDonald's of Mahomet. Pollock is up 3-0. I would say just from what I've seen, it seems like Panfetti might be a little stronger. Pollock was able to retain position with some good technique. Panfetti has to work quickly here. Last 1:09 of this match. Pollock looks like he's half-hearted super ducks. There's a duck to a body lock, but loses the position. I know that Talon does a lot of Greco-Roman wrestling and likes the upper body stuff, but if you're in deep on that lower body attack, I would stay attacking the lower body. He wants to rise up to a throw, and sometimes he's throwing away good opportunities. Like to thank my producer, sophomore Ryan Ziegler, for helping me out today. He's running all the graphics and cameras. Ryan, do you have a date for tonight? No date. Just hanging out. Of course, Bulldog TV, a mostly student-run operation here. Faculty supervisor for that is Simon Anderson, who does a great job of organizing things, keeping us running. So it looks like Talon Pollock wants to extend the Bulldogs' already long week even more by bleeding out on the mat. Bulldogs hoping to finish up their 8th dual meet and enjoy the rest of their weekend. Still a couple matches left to go, though, here. Well, both wrestlers should have caught their breath, so hopefully we see a flurry of activity in these 58 seconds. Hey, maybe I'll take a minute to thank all the Mahomet-Seymour teachers. I know you've had a very challenging year. We've already established on this show that Mrs. Morphew's geometry class is the best class at Mahomet-Seymour High School. Ryan, will you be doing Bulldog TV next year as well? Good news. You know, for our next dual meet, I'm going to give you an assignment. You need to find a synonym for unorthodox so we can describe Peyton Myers' next match. So I think Talon Pollock's face is being taped up. I've never seen this, folks. He has a gushing bloody nose that they can't get under control.
He doesn't need to see. He's good.
I think it's a bloody nose.
Yeah, it is.
So we have We have King Tutankhamun. King Tut is taking the mat for the Bulldogs. I can... Talon Pollock can barely see, can probably barely breathe. Okay, kid. Close your eyes and hold your breath for the last minute of this wrestling match. Let's see how it goes. 43 seconds left. The resurrected mummy, Talon Pollock, has a 3-0 lead. Oh, tries an underhook throw, but wrestlers go off the mat. Almost gave up the position there to Schoonover. We've seen so much scientific innovation over this last year. Now capped off by the full face wrap. Panfetti is able to circle around and get a takedown with 20 seconds left. It is now 3-2. Panfetti cuts Pollock. The athletic trainer for Mahomet-Seymour High School, Chris, admiring his handiwork there in the background. 13 seconds left. Pollock up 2. Doing a nice job of circling. Isn't getting called for stalling yet. There's a shot off the mat, but Pollock gets called for stalling. He's fine. 5 seconds left. 2 seconds, and this match is over. Talon Pollock can return to his sarcophagus, get reburied in the pyramids of ancient Egypt. Maybe he needs to take some iron supplements or something. That is a heck of a bloody nose. Bulldogs up 42-15 now. We will see senior Logan Hillard. I've liked what I've seen out of the senior. Dropped a match last night, though, to a tough ranked 1A wrestler. There's a nice low shot, circles around. I think he had that takedown in 3 seconds. Hillard has the knee hooked with the arm across the back, elevates the chin. Textbook stuff here from Hillard, but I think he let go of the arm a little too soon, and he did not get his chest low enough on that and drive across. No worries, though. He finds a wing and a wrist. Hillard trying to find something, not getting many openings. The Centennial wrestler is Jacob Bailey. So this is our last varsity match, but I believe there are 2 heavyweight JV matches, possibly. Ryan, do you see anyone warming up? No. Okay, so no heavyweight JV matches. These are our last. This is our last match of the day. Logan Hillard there rolls through, gets the tilt, settles it down. Has at least a 2 count. Reestablishes, and the ref counts to 5. Oh, and then he has the wing looking for the fall here. Only 18 seconds left. He's got it stacked. And there's the fall. Another 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. They cap off an 8 dual meet week. They go 8-0 on the week. Win this meet 48-15. So thank you for joining me. I am Nick Morphew, former Bulldog coach and Centennial coach. We appreciate you watching. I hope you had some fun and saw some exciting wrestling. We will be back next Tuesday for a quadrangular at 5 o'clock. Before I go, let me thank my sponsors: Busey Bank, Christie Clinic, D1 Networks, Jackson Quality Construction, Subway of Mahomet, Classic Plumbing, Forest, First State Bank of Forest, BSN Sports, and McDonald's of Mahomet. So once again, thank you for joining me and watching the Bulldogs extend their winning streak. We will see you Tuesday, everyone.
Another 6-pointer for the
Hillard's able to catch the underhook. There's a whip over, and he's got the Springfield wrestler on his back, and there's the fall. A 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. Settle his hips down a little bit. That arm around the tight waist might be a little deep. And there's the fall. Oh, a shot there by the Springfield wrestler. This is Donovan Dobson. Oh, and Pogue finds a half in the first 5 seconds of the match. Gets a fall, changes to a half, and Renshaw settling down looking for a first period fall. And there it is, another 6-pointer for the Bulldog. Holmes still fighting. 25 seconds left, and the ref slaps the mat. That's another 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. Ankle there from the Springfield wrestler. He gets flattened out. Oh, and Schlenker gets the reversal, and now he's holding the Springfield wrestler on his back. And now he's got a good hold on the Springfield wrestler. And there's the fall. Oh, Ratliff in a good position. This should be it. There it is. A fall for Ratliff. Huey comes up. Has, looks like both arms and the head trapped, or maybe just the head and the arm, but there's a quick fall. And Petro gets the fall. There's the opening 6-pointer for Braden in control here. Circling back towards the center.